Welcome to your health pro tip of the day. It's going to be all about fats and the common misconceptions about fats. Some misconceptions about fats include saturated fat is detrimental to your heart health, fats are all created equal, fat makes you fat, and low-fat diets are healthy. Healthy fatty acid deficiency is an epidemic. This is often related to why people suffer from things like endocrine issues, immune issues, inflammation problems, cardiovascular health problems, anxiety and depression, and even allergies. Inflammation is another big one. Inflammation is often the root of a lot of these other problems. The good news is inflammation can be effectively managed, as well as some of these other issues that I just listed, with a proper nutritional approach. So let's talk about a kind of simple, brief overview of the structure of fats, or lipids as they're also called. Let's break down what a fat actually is. They're a collection of fatty acid molecules made up of triglycerides. So it's 3 fatty acids to 1 glycerol molecule. Fatty acids are organic molecules made up of a chain of carbon atoms. The chains contain anywhere from 1 to 24 carbon atoms. Chains are named according to the length of the carbon chain and the degree of saturation. The 3 kinds of lipids that you may have heard about before include saturated, monounsaturated, and polyunsaturated. Saturated fats are highly stable. They don't go rancid easily, and they're usually solid at room temperature. They're non-essential because the body can make these, and they're found in animal fats and tropical oils. Monounsaturated fats are relatively stable and do not rancidify easily. They're liquid at room temperature, and they're also considered non-essential because the body can make these. Polyunsaturated fats are unstable, and they go rancid pretty easily. They're always liquid, and there are 2 essential: linoleic and alpha-linolenic acid. These you should never heat or use in cooking because they will be damaged quickly, and they're found in flax, certain seeds and nuts, and also fish oil. Here are some roles of fats in the body, and they're important. Cell membrane and hormone structural integrity. They are literally what makes up those parts. They provide a source of energy, and they are necessary for the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin A, D, E, and K. Fats also help regulate energy absorption by slowing the absorption of food, and they make food taste amazing. Fats are also necessary for the function of prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are absolutely necessary to our inflammatory healing processes. Prostaglandins are hormone-like substances that the body cannot do without. They occur in nearly all bodily tissues and fluids and are conjugated by essential fatty acids. They are also thought to be synthesized in cell membranes. Some of the functions involve providing the fine-tuning needed for maintaining homeostasis within the body. They increase blood flow within the kidneys. They help with dilating bronchial tubes and controlling inflammatory function. What about good versus bad fat? The difference between a good fat and a bad fat is the way they are processed, not in the inherent nature of their source. The exceptions to this are canola oil, soy oil, corn oil, and cottonseed oil. You need a mixture of healthy fatty acids in your diet to maintain optimal health. These include omega-3, omega-6, omega-9, and saturated fats. Omega-3s are found in fish oil, flax oil, wheat germ oil, walnut oil, hemp oil, and pumpkin oil. Omega-6s are found in sunflower oil, safflower oil, sesame oil, peanut oil, currant seed oil, and evening primrose oil. Saturated fats are found in palm oil, coconut oil, eggs, butter, raw dairy, and animal fats from pastured animals. And omega-9s are found in extra virgin olive oil, almond oil, hazelnut oil, and avocado oil. There's a ratio to keep this balanced so that the essential fatty acids can work in your body effectively, and that is a 1-to-1 ratio between omega-3s and omega-6s. The problem with the modern diet is that we have a very, very high ratio of omega-6s to omega-3s, and omega-6s are responsible for a lot of inflammatory responses. So it's important to keep that balance 1-to-1 between omega-3s and omega-6. Now, it's true that there are some adulterated fats that we should avoid, and those include hydrogenated fats, partially hydrogenated, highly processed vegetable oils, and fried fats. Trans fats are a byproduct of the hydrogenation process. These fats are toxic and interfere with the roles that essential fats play within our body. Living fats and oils are sensitive to light and heat, as well as oxygen, and become rancid easily. The more unsaturated the fat, the more unstable it is. Unstable oils are the most important to our health in terms of essential fatty acids. They shouldn't be heated, and they also shouldn't be exposed to light. So when you're at the supermarket and you're going down the aisle and you see lots of vegetable oils lining the shelf that are in clear plastic bottles exposed to light, you know that these are not life-supporting. So now to address a long-standing myth about fat and being overweight. Why does fat not make you fat? From a caloric perspective, fats contain 9 calories per gram versus 4 calories per gram from carbs or protein. This might make it seem like eating less fat will help you lose weight, but this theory doesn't check out. The truth is, eating sugar, refined carbohydrates, anything that raises your blood sugar level causes a spike in our fat storage hormone, insulin. Then a vicious cycle that includes hunger, overeating, and cravings ensues. In human experiments, those that were eating high-fat diets, lower in refined carbohydrates, experienced a faster metabolism. Low-fat and high-carb diets spiked insulin, which slowed down metabolism and resulted in stored belly fat. The take-home here is that most of your fat cell biology becomes controlled by the type and quality of food that you eat. That explains why we should eat a quality fat, nutrient-dense, whole food diet low in refined carbohydrates and high in fiber. This would include healthy fats from avocados, olive oil, nuts and seeds, as well as butter, eggs, and pastured animals that eat what they're supposed to, like grass, not treated with pesticides and herbicides. So this concludes your little fun pro tip of the day about health regarding fatty acids in our body and why we should concentrate on getting more of those in our diet instead of being afraid of them. Cut back on the sugar. Sugar